Good afternoon, dear viewer. Let's have a short look at the markets. Let's check out BTC today and Nasdaq. Um, let's start with the weekly time frame so that we get more context. And let's delete all these lines and let's see what we can find here. So, like mentioned many times before, this is our resistance. So, extension of this, or if we copy this, the length of this correction here onto here, then we get around about 30,800 on the futures. I think it was 700 on BTC USD pair. We are on futures at the moment. And this is our main resistance. And what we have here as well is we have several liquidity pools which were covered on the weekly, which we'll cover, and they're on the weekly level. So there is one here which was already broken through. There's another one here. And let's see, futures market. And there's one right here. So these are the potential levels for a bounce. Price can go below it a little bit, then maybe consolidate and then punch up. But these are the main areas where you would look for reversal. One is already broken, so we delete this. There was also a major resistance from the coming from this liquidity in here. So unless we can make a bounce, then maybe consolidate underneath it a little bit, then stay above. Only then we can push through this, right? So for me, this is the major. I mean, I should say this part here is our major resistance. Unless we push through it and hold, there's no talking about any kind of bullish momentum. We also, on the futures, we also broke the lows, which is another bad sign at the moment. So I fully expect the price at some point will drop to here, and then we get a bounce to at least this major liquidity pool here for a bearish retest, or I should say, or bearish test of this level. And if it's not broken through, so we get some kind of a swing failure pattern, then I expect a new drop to happen. Apart from this, everybody's looking at high block nowadays, and they all see this area 30. Was it to 23,500 round about here as the major liquidity level, and they all want to see this. I would not be so sure. I would not be so sure. And why I say this is we are getting an impulsive structure in the market. So we are getting, it's not confirmed yet. We need to break this low. But if we do it, then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an impulse down. Normally what follows an impulse down is 1, 2, 3 up and then another impulse down. So I fully expect that at some point this level here is going to be reached. At least, yeah. But to be honest, this rejection here is a very bearish sign. So 1, 2 rejections so far. And this is, if we are to dump to below what is it, 1500, 15,050, 15,500, sorry. Then this is the place, this one-to-one correction is the perfect place to start this move from. Just as a warning, yeah. There are some bullish possibilities. They show up on total mostly, on the total chart mostly, but there's a possibility that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves up here, and we are getting some kind of a irregular flat pattern correction, and then we start another move up. This is also possible. But I don't know. I think from here the advantage is to the downside, to be fair. So I don't know where the market will go, but I have taken decision. I've been buying here somewhere, 26,000, roughly 26,000, around 27,000, somewhere around here. I have taken the decision that if we go down and then bounce, unless this is like a single move of 5 waves, like this, or maybe I should say, if we take a trend line here, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, so it has to be a five waves move up, and then the correction. So unless I see a full impulse here to the upside, I will be closing my spot position. I expect something like this, and then down. So I'll be watching this move. If this is a 3, 1, 2, 3, at the first signs of breakdown, I'm closing my spot position here. So that's BTC. And if we go down on a very small time frame, let's start with 4 hours. Like I said, what I'm watching now is this. If this develops into an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we get a 3-wave bounce. And so we are missing at the moment one more wave down. It could be just a simple drop. It could be a more complex pattern, some kind of a diagonal like this, and then 3 waves up. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards this diagonal, to be honest, but we'll see. Still watching this, and if we go into the real small time frame, so since my expectations is this was our 4, now we are left with one remaining wave, which consists of, or should consist of 5 waves. This was our wave 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we got an ABC up, and now we're waiting for another wave down. So what I'm watching here for is we had this pump during the weekend, right? So we had a pump here, then a sharp drop again. Everybody was like, oh, maybe we are back to the bull mode. No. This was 1, 2, 3. Now we got 4, and now we should get a 5. And this should clear out all the liquidations or the stop losses from underneath here. And what I'm thinking at the moment is, if this was our 1, it ended here. This was our 1, this was our 2. Then we are either getting a small wave in case this is a diagonal pattern, something like this, and we're getting like this, or we get a bigger one right away. And so it would be our 1, 2, then we get a long 3, 4 consolidation, 5, and back to the upside. And what confirms this theory to me at the moment, or what would confirm this theory at the moment, is if this was our 1, this was our 2, then we go on an even smaller time frame, and we already got almost a completed impulse. 1, 2, 3, then we get a 4, and this 4 takes shape of a triangle. Triangle is always the penultimate wave, so I can almost guarantee you, yeah, or should I say, almost guarantee is the wrong wording, but I can tell right now, and I can open this position. I can even open this position at the moment. It's going to be a small position. Let's count the waves. We have an A B, a C. Now we're getting a D. We should get an E and then a drop to the downside. So how to play a triangle? Let's assume this is our triangle. As we count the waves, we have, where is it? A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. We should get now a little bit of a bounce here, but I'll not be waiting for this. My stop loss is here. If this is our wave C, yeah, maybe I should put it a little bit higher, and then I'll be expecting a breakdown of this triangle going to the downside. And what I'm expecting at the moment is we should get a move to clear out the stop losses to round about 25,200 would be my guess. So let's open a small position. So let's take, I don't know, 0.4 BTC. Just for demo purposes, stop loss would be 25,787. 25,787. And then what was it? 190. Let's open this position right now and let's see how it goes. Yeah. So how I count the waves is, again, the triangle is A, B, C, D, E, and then we should get one last move down. After that, I will switch to longs. And the way I will do it, assuming that it drops, I mean, it can still go up. Yeah? Then I get stopped out, then I have to reassess the scenario. But how I will do it, so I will pull a fib here, and then I will wait with my entry at 0.5 for another leg down. Okie dokes. Let's see what happens. I think it will take maybe 2 or 3 hours to be completed, this move. Okie dokes. What else? Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we will only have a look at higher time frames, so monthly. Monthly, we have this resistance here. This one here. The low of this candle here is the resistance. And look at this. So we have really bumped into it a few times. And I'll be really surprised to see that we will not, I mean, I would be really surprised if we do not create at least one more low here, to be fair. So that's what I'm really waiting for. So I'm also waiting on a smaller time frame. Like I'm looking for an entry on a smaller time frame. It looks promising already. Yeah, if we pull a fib here, we already reached the 618. If we get a rejection from here, it needs to come back to at least, where is it? This level here. If it does, on a bounce, I'll be looking for a short entry. And the short entry, I hope it will get us for a new low. It will get us to a new low here. So we had an A, B, C corrective pattern. If we break the highs, that means I'm wrong. Simple as that. So the risk to return ratio on this one is one position. Let's say we get the bounce to here. No, that was, we need a short position. Let's say from here. And then our top is here. And then we go down for a new low. That would be 3.5 return risk to reward ratio. if we just come to new lows and wait for the short to unravel. Okay, but it looks promising, and I think it will be promising also on our BTC. Yeah, I think it'll play out fine. So that's a live demo of how I trade. I don't even trade on what is it on TradingView with the Nasdaq 100. I only trade on MetaTrader 5, so I will not show you the exact details of how I do it. But the general, how should I say, the general rules I already showed you. So I'm waiting for a breakdown here to at least take out this high and come back, and then this is where I look for shorts. And actually, you can do it in two different ways. Maybe one last thought. So you can either play it with your stop loss here, or you could try a stop loss over this high, and then you get 12 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Thanks for listening. Have a very good day. So long. Bye bye.